Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre for the finals of the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. I'm your host, Cameron Walter. I'm very pleased this afternoon to introduce you to the Under-18 Girls Grand Final between Queensland and Western Australia. Before we come to the teams, please join me in congratulating first the umpire who will stand in today's Grand Final, Craig DeCast. And introducing first, to let out by their captain, Morgan Pyers, Western Australia. And their opponent, led out by their captain, Talia Hess, the defending champions, Queensland. Of course, our best wishes to both sides ahead of the grand final. We know it will be a great game and played in wonderful spirit. But first, ladies and gentlemen, here in the venue, if you're able, please be upstanding. It is time for the Australian National Anthem. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know I love that moment. The Australian National Anthem ahead of the grand final. Big smiles on both sides as that anthem came to its conclusion. If you've just joined us, you're watching the Under-18 Girls Grand Final here at the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Alex Floros, and this is going to be a cracking conclusion to the tournament. Western Australia up against Queensland. Does it get any better than this, Alex?
No, it doesn't. Grand final day is always such an amazing time, and I hope these girls have a great time and play some hard cricket.
No doubt they will. I'll take you through the two lineups, starting with Queensland, who will be batting first. They're captained by Talia Hess. She's joined by Kyla Hansen, Eden Morrison, Kiva Mohan, Nicolene Snyman, Kiana Dunn, Eloise McKenzie and Jasmine Connie Lewis rounds out the 8. The Western Australian side is captained by Morgan Pyers. Joining her, Sasha Garrick, Stephanie Potgeider, Ruby York, Kyla Porter, Olivia Rintoul, Olivia McSweeney and Sophie Byrne. The umpire for the match will be Craig DeCast, and these girls are ready to go. Kyla Hansen and Kiana Dunn will be batting first for Queensland, and Morgan Pyers, the captain from Western Australia, is going to get us underway. Ladies and gentlemen, settle in at home and enjoy the Under-18 Girls Grand Final. That's a great shot there for Kyla Hansen to start this final. 2 runs off the bat, down up 2 on the offside. That'd be a nice confidence booster off the first ball.
Definitely. I think these two just need to soak in the pressure.
Whoa. beats Dunn on the first ball. The first ball to Dunn, anyway. Oh, deflection into the side net. It'll be 3. Little bit untidy early there from WA. Beaten outside off. 2 balls remain in the opening over. Deflection, it'll be a single. Good contact though there from Hansen. The final ball of the over. It will be a dot ball to finish. What was a... She feels rushed. Yeah, we're bad. We're into the game already. 1 over down. 6 runs off the first over, and the grand final is away. Let's take a look at how these two sides got to today. Queensland finished on top of the table after the round games and advanced straight through to the final. They were not undefeated. They dropped the game throughout the week, but it wasn't WA. Both times these two sides have played each other. As we see the second over underway immediately. What a shot. Unbelievable batting from Hansen. Through to the back net for 4 off the first ball from Ruby York. See this delivery. It'll be a dot. So the last 2 encounters head-to-head. Queensland batting first on both occasions, scoring 130 and 139 respectively. The first time WA 69 runs in reply and 111 in reply. It's this shot down up 2. This time the leg side in the front court. So Queensland are the favourites, Alex, but they're not impenetrable. They did lose that game. It is a grand final. It's game on. Definitely.
I think hitting 139 and 130 in the games previously, I think if they can get anywhere near that, that'll be very hard for Western Australia to chase down. Again, it is a final. If WA can get a few wickets and get on a roll here, it'll be a real contest.
Dot ball there. 1 ball remains for Ruby York. Leg side to finish. Turns it into a good over there. It was already for Queensland. 10 runs from it in the end, and they've moved to 16. Let's take a look at some of the players to watch in this innings. The Queensland side, they've got 4 batters that have put on 100 plus. Kyla Hansen and Kiana Dunn, who are at the crease, included amongst those. So they've gone for a really strong opening combination here between them, averaging 36. And McSweeney will bowl over number 3. They're not mucking about, these girls. And there's 2 runs. The 3, I guess, most successful bowlers with the ball for WA, Sasha Garrick, Olivia Rintle and Sophie Byrne amongst the wickets. So perhaps who they will turn to try and take something against Queensland today. I can't believe we're halfway through the third over already. This game is lightning.
It doesn't feel like it at all. I think this is really good from Queensland, sending out their big guns early, trying to put a total on the board. And as we can see, they're 20 off 2.5 overs. It doesn't feel
chance
like
to direct it. It's out. Something from nothing. They're just cruising Queensland. That shot not high enough. And a smart piece of work from Stephanie Pocklider there in the front court. Didn't try and rush at it, didn't try and snatch at the ball. Knew she had plenty of time. She throws the stumps down and the first wicket falls.
Very good from Western Australia. That's what you need to do when you're fielding first in a grand final, is just be clean, don't panic, get the ball, hit the stumps. That's exactly what she did, and Western Australia have been rewarded.
Follows it up by beating Kiana Dunn. That's a great way to follow up a wicket, a dot ball.
Certainly is. Dots after a wicket are crucial. You don't want to let them back in the game after you've just taken 5 runs off them.
And a single. Oh, okay, they haven't dotted them up and got another wicket again, but hands to the ball, stops the ball from hitting the net, just adds to the pressure to the batting side. 1 ball remaining. 2 runs through square leg to close out the over. That one wicket keeping it to just 2. And a good contest we're seeing already, Alex.
Very good. That's a great start from both teams. I don't think either team will be disappointed with how they've started. Western Australia have bowled some good balls. They were rewarded that over. But that's what happens if you just keep going where you're trying to bowl, be persistent in that spot, and it's paid off for them. So this will be a big over, a big momentum shift this game.
Sasha Garrick will bowl the final over to the partnership. It's full straight to Pockida. It'll be a dot ball. Down up single. There's a chance for Porter just moving away from where the ball ended up and maybe snatching at it. The ball in hand there would have been very interesting. 3 to come in the partnership now. Oh, deflection, a little bit of pinball. And look at this from Queensland. That's great match awareness. They were watching closely and they've turned around and stolen an extra run.
I don't mind that if I'm the Western Australian camp. Just getting that ball, they still got the ball clean and hit the stumps. If it hits the stumps and then ricochets, not unhappy with that. You need to be trying to hit the stumps to take wickets.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely right. Perhaps the only thing you change is just making sure the field's backing that up in case it does happen. 1 ball to come. Oh, what a finish. It is to the partnership for Dunn. She grabs 3. And the opening partnership for Queensland posted 27 here in the under-18 girls grand final. If you just tuned in, I'm Cameron Walter. With me is Alex Floros. We are live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre for this grand final. Part 1 of the main event, I guess you would say, the under-18 section, the marquee games of the tournament coming up later on. 5:30 Eastern time, the under-18 boys, but for now, the under-18 girls, Queensland, WA. They won't be too unhappy with 27 batting first.
No, not at all. I think if I'm in the WA camp, I'm probably slowing the game down a little bit. They've just bowled their first 4 overs in 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, rapid.
I think slow the game down, think about what your plan is, and then try and execute it.
Here's Potgieter. We'll start with a dot ball with Snyman and Morrison at the crease for Queensland. A little bit of untidiness. Porter thankfully backing it up. And it's a full toss. He gets away with it. It'll be 3rd ball. Safely negotiated with a down-up single. That's a good delivery behind the legs, but inside the line for a dot. Oh, it's an aggressive call. And they get away with it. It is a single. 1 ball remains. Top ball to close out the over. That's a really well bowled over there from Potgieter. 4 dot balls bowled within it and 2 singles only. If you're not going to take a wicket, that's exactly what you want.
Definitely, that's well bowled. That's just getting the ball in the area they want. And as well as for the batters, though, that was a pretty good over, but they didn't lose a wicket.
Yeah.
So I think they just got behind the good balls, and hopefully in the next few overs, for Queensland's sake, they'll get a few bad ones that they can put away.
Here's Rintoul. Wow. That's just right up there, the arc, way above the eye line, dipping just in front of the batter there, and it's another dot, so it'll be third ball here, which means the score has to change. Oh, it's up. Gee, was that dropped? I think she did get there. Get away with one, Queensland. There's life. And when catches the keeper's net, it'll be a single. Now, just put yourself in the WA camp. You've lost both games head-to-head against Queensland. Both times they've put on 130 plus against you. What did change coming into the final to try and prevent that from happening again?
I think if I'm in the WA camp, I'm trying to keep it very simple. I think if they go searching too much, that's where they're going to get themselves in trouble. So I think just having a really clear plan, but making sure everyone knows what that plan is. So captain, coach, and the fielders, and bowlers, all need to know what the plan is. So if the plan is bowl there, then you can make sure your field is ready to stay still, catch the ball. And I think they just need to not panic. So Queensland are a good team. They're going to play some good shots, but that's okay. Yeah. Just keep persisting where the plan is, and dots will be crucial in this innings.
And 2 runs off the last ball of that over means they claim 8 runs from it, and they're on 10 after 2, and again, well placed for 20 plus here, which will see Queensland on their merry way. Sophie Byrne will bowl the 7th over. Some width outside off, and Morrison grabs 2. Great shot there from Snyman. Again with some width. She's playing with the angled bat, down up 2. Bit of an effort ball there from Byrne. You heard the little grunt as the ball came out of the hand. Over pitching. And a smart indoor cricket shot there from Morrison. Seen a lot of bats try and smack that into the backcourt. And yeah, maybe they can do that, but where they're placed right now, they're quite happy to bank another comfortable 2. And again, front court was in play that time.
I think for the Western Australian outfit, I think they need to... It looks like they're trying to over-bowl a little bit and trying to find a wicket. So I think even if they just slow it down a touch and really try and hit the body of the Queensland team, even there, just tucking them up so they're not giving them freedom, because everything outside off, all the Queensland batters will put that to the wire every day of the week.
Yeah, as they did then. Two dot balls in the over though, but lots of 2s as well, so 8 runs from it. And they've progressed the score to 45 with an over to come in this second partnership. WA, they've got 1 wicket so far. They're searching for their second. And it'll be Kyla Porter to bowl the final over of the partnership. Wow. The drive was up. It was in the air for a while, just out of reach of the 3-line fielder. And Snyman grabs 4 huge runs late in this pair. And another 2. Backward of point this time. A single, they keep the strike turning over. They've moved to 25. Really well placed, these 2. Will not want to give up a wicket. Should be I think it should have been a no ball over waist height, but it's a leg side. Same result, really. They get the runs and an extra delivery again. Still 2 to come. And with that dot ball, 1 ball remains. 29 on the board for this partnership. Edged. Through the fingers there, McSweeney. 2 runs to finish and 31 on the board. Perhaps until that ball, an almost chanceless 4 overs there for Queensland. And they'll be very happy with how they're placed after 8 overs.
They certainly will. What they did really well there was when the Western Australian bowlers got it on their body or the stumps, they just blocked it. They didn't try and make something happen. And what the Western Australian bowlers did was when they did that, they weren't consistent there. So they were bowling a few too many balls that were short outside off. And the Queensland batters just took complete advantage of that.
Yeah, illustrated quite clearly in that first over, just 2 runs, no wickets, 4 dots, and then they cashed in the back end. Here's Morgan Pyers with McKenzie and Lewis at the crease. Beats McKenzie, first ball. Not so the second ball, enough width there for McKenzie. Still playing away from her body, down up, cut shot for 2. Oh. Lewis looking for the big off drive. Not hitting through the line of the ball. It's a dot. Time looking to play the nets. Grabs 2.
I think the Western Australian team here really need to think about what their plan is. Doesn't look like they've got a plan when they're bowling, and they're just giving the Queensland batters too much width. When they get it a bit closer to the stumps or on the body, it looks like it's really hard to hit.
One ball remains in this first over to the partnership. Edged. Just a little bit of untidiness there. There was half a chance, but the ball not going to hand. It's a single off the last ball and 7 runs off that over. Another good one for Queensland as they start to accumulate a good total here. They're on track for, well, certainly for 100 plus. Just a question of how far north of 100 they go. And will WA have something to say about it? Here's Byrne. Oh, chance. Needed to hit. Instead it's 2. See, down up sweep shot through square leg for 2. Pyers adjusts the field. 2 on the leg side now in the front court. Down up 2 through the covers. Scoreboard ticking over nicely for Queensland. Sensible batting. What have been looking like giving up a wicket here. Straight back to the bowler. An early call of no from McKenzie. There was a chance there. Pockguider was on the money early, got a run out in the third over. Hasn't been able to hit since then. Had a couple of opportunities. It's the final ball now for Byrne. And that was flat, but in the gap, 2 to finish and 10 runs off the over. They've moved to 3. I thought he called 2. I'm really having a hard time hearing the umpires. I really am. But it is 3 in the book. 11 off the over instead, and 18 on the board. Halfway through the partnership again, looking for an imposing total here.
I think for Western Australia, they saw that over. When they got the ball on the body, they were in the game a lot more. So the ball was still getting hit flat, so they were in the game. Whereas when it's too far outside off, it's just getting hit to the wire, and Queensland batters are just getting through too easy.
McSweeney bowling. Her second over, and Lewis finding 2 runs with ease, as you say, as does Mackenzie. Yeah, there's a better line. I mean, that was almost over pitch, but hasn't resulted in an easy down up 2 on the offside. Like that.
I think almost everything that's been hit to the right of screen has been close to a chance, whereas everything to the left of screen has been pretty well hit to the wire and they've run through easy.
After that dot, 1 ball remains. It's caught the net. And 2 runs to finish. Another great over for Queensland. 8 runs from it. They're on 26 still with 6 balls remaining. This is looking like it could get quite large on WA here. Largely, not only because of the runs that are on the board for Queensland, but the ease with which they're scoring them.
Yeah, it hasn't looked like they've taken a risk this whole batting partnership. They've just waited for that ball and hit it up and run through quite easy. So WA will need to make something happen this over.
Oh, it's a direct hit and out. There it is, the moment you've been waiting for. It's been a while since they've got their last wicket. 10 overs, in fact. And again, didn't look like there was a great deal of risk there, but just tidy fielding. Direct hit makes the difference.
It's very good bowling. As I said, if they're hitting the ball on the right of screen, they're getting in the game. And that's exactly what she's done.
Driven. It's kept off the net and, more importantly, kept it to a dot. Yeah, it's clearly bread and butter for the likes of Lewis. As is that for Mackenzie. A couple of easy 2s. 2 balls remain now. Bottom edge. Getting quite across Lewis. There's a bit more width, slightly fuller from Guider. The final ball now to the third partnership. Driven will be a dot. A reasonable contest still. 25 for that partnership. They were looking to go north of 30. A late wicket has certainly helped the Western Australia cause. With 4 overs remaining in the innings. 83 on the board for Queensland. It looks like 130-ish is out of the equation now. So that's to WA's credit. Wouldn't they love to keep this to sub 20? And, perhaps even less than 100.
Yeah, definitely. I think that last over was a big momentum push for the Western Australian girls. They took a wicket. They were a lot cleaner in the field. Their plans looked a little bit better. So I think if they can continue that for the next 4 overs and keep them under 110, 100 would be great for them. Game on.
So Talia Hess, the captain, and Kiva Mohan at the crease. Ruby York is bowling. It's the final partnership. Mohan's on strike. So faces the dot ball. Well, to WA's credit, that's only the second extra in the entire innings. That's excellent. But I think one of the reasons that we've not seen so many extras is because everything has been on or out of off stump. So they're not really risking that leaking runs on the leg side by bowling in at the legs.
Definitely, and I think as well, if you're going to bowl at the legs and you're bowling leg sides, at least you're only missing by a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're trying to bowl at the legs and you're bowling short and wide, you're missing by a lot, and they're still getting two anyway. So I think they'd still want to be dialing in on the legs of the Queensland batters.
First runs of the final for the Queensland skipper. Down up single. Short and wide, put away for two to finish 7 runs. The opening over to that partnership, and they move to 90 with 3 overs to come. So a wicket or two is the order of the day for Western Australia if they want to keep the Queenslanders below 100. But as has been the case with the 3 pairs preceding this one, the batter's looking quite comfortable.
They certainly are, and they've done exactly what every other pair's done. They're just consolidating the first over, and then they'll see if they can take 1 over.
Rintoul. Mohan hits it for 2 of the first ball. Can only assume Hess in that. Yeah, he attempt to play that shot has come out of a crease, which is why it was not a no ball and instead was a wide. Two runs through point. I mean, the only reason it matters is, if she had hit that, and it was only, it would have been just the runs off the bat rather than the no ball as well.
Very good batting this.
It's a little bit robotic, isn't it?
I think all they're doing is just doing their job. They're not getting caught up in the moment, seeing the ball, hitting the ball up, and just making it easy for their partner to make their ground.
I think Hess might have wanted to hit that one with a bit more power. Looking to swat it into the back court, I thought. Final ball now for Rintoul. And with that 2 to the Queensland captain, they move to 17 after 2 this partnership. So again, a solid foundation here for the Queensland batters. And they've moved the total to 100. So it's all about containment now for Western Australia.
Certainly is. I think they just need to try and string a few good balls together. Hasn't seemed like they've done that all innings. They have bowled some good balls, but unfortunately after that they've bowled a short and wide one. So if they can get a few good balls together, there'll be a good chance of taking a wicket here and keeping this Queensland team as close to 100 as they can.
Porter bowling the penultimate over of the innings. Called through. Smart decision. Good awareness there from Talia Hess.
It's good bowling though. I'm happy giving them a 1 if you're bowling that, than bowling a short and wide one. So I think that's the spot they need to be.
Oh, it's over pitched and sent into the back court. The corner here by the Queensland captain right in front of us. It'll be 4 runs. That one was uppishly driven, and Morgan Pius takes a much-needed catch for Western Australia, diving forward into the front court. Oh, I'd love another one or two of those, Alex.
Definitely. I think that probably wasn't the plan to get a wicket there, but you definitely take that. So I think they just need to bowl a few, two to come, two good balls to finish, hopefully 2 dots.
Instead it's 3 to Hess. Last ball of the over. There's another 2. And still 1 over remains with a score on 107. It remains about containment. They did find a wicket there. WA. Have they got another 1 or 2 in the locker? But for Queensland, they'll simply be looking for 10-ish. Get up, upwards 115 plus, maybe even 120. They'll be pretty happy with that, batting first in a grand final.
I think so. I think as well they won't want to lose a wicket here. If they can get through this over without losing a wicket, even if they do take 3 off it, huge momentum for them moving into the bowling innings with 110 plus on the board.
It's a lovely shot through to the side net in the backcourt for 3. It's just a good quality indoor cricket drive. Wasn't right up in the springs, but still playing late on the ball and down and up in the gap. Garrick it is bowling this final over. Beats the bat that time of Mohan. It's been all too easy throughout this inning so far. 2 balls remain. Can WA strike? So final ball, WA have taken 3 wickets only. Oh, it was almost a 4th there for the last ball. Instead, they've grabbed 2 and posted 117. That is an imposing total. Batting first here in the under-18 girls grand final. We're live from the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. The 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships rapidly approaching its conclusion. Thank you so much for joining us right around the country, especially everywhere else in Queensland and, of course, over in the West. We appreciate your support of indoor cricket and, indeed, the under-18 girls. And, well, with 117 on the board, Alex Floros, Queensland will be feeling pretty comfortable. WA have got the batting to chase this down, particularly the likes of Pies and Rintoul have got 132 each for the tournament. Zasha Gary's got 119, McSweeney 108, but all of those averages are around about 15. So 30, that's what they need from the entire batting lineup to get to 118 and win the game.
Yeah, 117, that's an incredible total from Queensland, and they batted really smart. They just waited for the balls that they knew they could hit, and they hit them, and when they bowled a good ball, they just got behind it. We have seen in the 16 girls, the WA team chased down 120 in the game earlier, so it can happen. They just need to bat smart, wait for the ball that they know they can hit, and hit through it.
Oh, well, it remains to be seen how we go. I understand you're going to take a break now. Thanks for joining us for the first half, and go and just enjoy the rest of the match as a spectator.
Thank you, Kemp.
Now, thanks to Alex Floros there. We just have a change in commentary now as we await the start of the second innings. It'll have to be an incredible batting performance here from Western Australia. They're going to contend with this Queensland bowling lineup, the main destroyer for Queensland's been Eden Morrison with 11 wickets. The captain Talia Hess and Jasmine Lewis have also got 7 between them, so it will be close. With a bowling lineup like Queensland have, and in particular the field, it will be very difficult to get these runs. And we see Ruby York and Sophie Byrne are going to open the batting for Western Australia. Looks as if Kiana Dunn is going to bowl first, and I'm joined now by the Australian player and under-18 girls Australian coach, Adelaide Campion. Addie, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. You've got the best seats in the house and it's absolutely packed here.
It sure is. Second innings underway. Goes around the corner.
It's a good start there on the money. Asking questions, but a really good call, confident, getting one run there to start us off.
Just through the gap there in the field. Impressive batting performance there for Queensland. They almost looked chanceless throughout that innings. Your thoughts about the first innings?
Yeah, I thought it was clinical with the bat, and even when they looked like they were in a little bit of trouble, they found a way to get out of it. And I think that's what we've seen all week with this Queensland side, is they're very well drilled and nothing seems to really faze them. For an under-18 side, pressure doesn't really seem like it's a thing for them. Gone with 2 on the legs here, which I love.
That's not the area to bowl with that field.
She's gone the double bluff there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first couple of balls, bowling in at her legs, backing in that 2 on the leg. I like that. And 1 wicket here really sets them back. So.
Leg side there, that helps the WA cause. And those wickets will be an issue without needing to chase 120. They just really can't afford to lose many of them. Queensland lost 3. You would think that that's probably the max WA can afford to lose as well.
Yeah.
And finish with a dot. Still, it's a good start for Western Australia. 7 runs from it. Their run chase is underway. And they're in the hunt early here in this run chase in the under-18 girls grand final. The Australian coach, have you got your side locked away?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Excellent.
So I can actually sit back and relax in this one, which I'm looking forward to. As much as we're talking about how they can't lose wickets, something that they definitely got in their armour is that they have a few players that can hit the back net. So these two are probably a little bit more considerate with their batting, but the other ones towards the back can definitely go the big ones.
So no ball. The front foot is the call. Unforgivable in indoor cricket, if you ask me. It's not like you're coming in off 30 steps.
There is one little difference though with these courts, is that it's about 1 metre shorter than your normal indoor courts. So
yeah,
you'd hope by the end of the week we've got it worked out.
Yes.
But I know in the Opens we definitely had a few as well. Maybe I'm just trying to look after myself.
Hey, yeah, fair enough. And I certainly can't pretend I've never bowled an no ball in my life. And the fact that I come in off 2 steps and bowl right arm nude off spin shows how disgraceful it is that I can bowl a no ball.
That's okay. I'm bowling 5 kilometre party pie, so I shouldn't be either.
So Eloise McKenzie is the bowler.
There's
a little chance there. It goes off hands in the field. Another single.
I've liked with this Queensland side their ability to use their change-ups. And you could definitely see that on this court 1, that probably had that upper hand on a lot of the teams. And they seem really well drilled of when to bowl those change-ups. So I'm keen to see how they execute today with them.
1 ball remains now in the second over. Oh, great diving effort there it is from Hansen. Keeps that to 1. Still a great over there for Western Australia. 9 runs from it. And looks like the scoreboard screen's gone to sleep on us here in the centre.
That's a big save there. She's moved so well, covered a lot of ground, especially at the back end of the week with some sore bodies. But these two WA batters doing a really good job here. Great piece of fielding.
Yeah, we might have a short delay here while we get some attention for the scoreboard, or maybe they're not worried about it. Not sure. Yep, they are waiting. So while they're doing that, let's recap what's happened today so far. It's been an action-packed day of grand finals here at the Ipswich Indoor Sports Centre. Queensland took out the under-14 girls title by 25 runs very early this morning. Then WA took out the under-14 boys title by 19 runs. The WA again, the under-16 girls by 2 runs. By 6 runs, Queensland got up over WA in the under-16 boys, and that brings us to this match, which is going to be an exciting run chase. And the final match coming up from 5:30 Eastern, hope you can join us, will be the under-18 boys final again between Queensland and WA. We're underway now. Sands scoreboard here in the venue, and that will be out. The ball just going straight back to the keeper off the net. The net is the fielder, and can't do a lot about that except not run.
Yeah.
Or run faster.
Yeah, she did look a little bit slow off the mark there. I'm not sure if she thought it may have been a no call there. A bit unlucky with that. Great shot.
No ball off the pitch, plus the runs. That undoes some of that wicket immediately.
Fantastic shot, and I love seeing the girls going for the no balls.
Yeah, definitely. All too often you see batters leaving them. If it's out there off the pitch, go and absolutely smash it.
Yep. It's the only time that I might be able to hit a 7.
My only 7s come off leading edges. Oh, she bowls her. Hanson doing the job. Late in that previous over, she dived and saved runs. Here she's created a run-out opportunity off the first ball of the over, and then bowls York on the 4th ball. It's a big match turning over this, and difficult to stay in the game because all of a sudden WA are behind.
It's a fantastic ball there. It looked like she may have even rolled her fingers over it.
Follows it up with a wide. 1 ball remains.
It shows when she's hitting that plan of on the stumps with the 2 on the legs, gets the rewards.
Yeah. It'll be a dot ball to complete the over. An excellent one if you're a Queensland fan. Well bowled there by Kyla Hanson. -2 is the total, and that puts this partnership under the gun immediately. But I guess for me, Addy, they can't try and chase 30 now. They just need to make sure they bank at least 20, maybe 25, so they stay in the game. If they chase 30 and get out twice, it's almost game over immediately.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And you can see with those 2 last balls that are outside off earlier on, they were banging them up for 2, but a bit of pressure on now. Same again there. Oh,
I'll tell you what, that was almost a carbon copy of that earlier run out, the net doing the fielding. And
I think Hess doesn't know whether to go for it or just let the keeper.
2 balls it is to Byrne as Morrison bowls his second ball, and that is very fortunate there for Byrne at the non-strikers end, who was in the middle of the pitch, and that ball just went straight back to the back stumper. Fortunately, not to hand.
Great shot.
Yeah, that's absolutely through the ball and into the back net for 3. The back court for 3 is the words I'm looking for.
We got there.
Yeah. Apologies, folks. It's been a long day. 3 balls remain.
And that's all. No ball. Run it out.
Yeah, it's no ball. Yep. No, he's given out. I thought his hand was up for a no ball.
Yeah, so it's a no ball and then she's ran her out. Really,
oh, right. Sorry. I thought it was, of course.
Really good awareness by Hess there, though. She knew straight away, no ball, and got the direct hit.
Much better awareness than I. So the catch invalidated, but completing the play, as you say,
and
that's smart cricket.
Can re-bowl it, doesn't
Yes. I'm not sure if he's asked. It hasn't been added to the scorebook yet.
That's an interesting one there. Good hands by Hansen back here. Got a bit of sloppy service back, but she's cleaned it up. She's been great at the back net all week.
Yeah, he hasn't given them the extra delivery. Oh, chance here at the top. They get through for one. Now, I'm sure he did call it a no ball, didn't he?
Definitely a no ball in there.
That's, they've been robbed of a ball then, WA, and I think that's not only, that's got to be awareness for the batters and for the coach to make sure they get that ball again. But forgetting that, 15 runs on the board, the damage done late in that partnership, 2 wickets in the third over, that run out, that awareness run out in the fourth, and Queensland are now in front in the game.
Yep, big moment, that's for sure. Got McSweeney coming out to bat here, and she's been batting really well this week, so keen to see how she deals with these pressure moments out here.
Well, with only 15, with 15 off the first partnership, what do they need? 103 across the next few. So that the 30 a pair now becomes 33, 34 a pair.
Yep.
Rintoul and McSweeney at the creases. Jasmine Lewis starts with a wide. So yeah, just ever so slowly the pressure increases. So what WA really need here is a good 35-run partnership to stay in the game.
Yep. Well played. Oh, she just nearly run out there. I think just stuck on the back foot. Yep. And they don't need to go crazy here. To a ball, it's very easy to say it sitting back here, but to a ball, we're going to get to a very big total. So no ball again.
Front foot. Yeah, I think a lot of players that might go back and watch the game will probably be a bit frustrated by my commentary because it is very easy to sit here and say whatever I like. I don't have to get out there and do it.
Well played.
Oh, that's right in the gap. It finds the net for 3.
That's well bowled as well. Bit of late swing in there, and she's played that beautifully. I think McSweeney's got a really good outdoor background as well, so it's probably helping her out here with those drives.
Oh, the net has almost been the best fielder in the game so far. There's just been a couple of opportunities there through points.
Yeah. I do think the running between wickets, and in this situation where we've got 2 on the leg, we've got the batter still trying to run through 2. And also not backing up. That's worrying against a quality Queensland fielding side in that front core. It's not going to take too much for them to get a sneaky run out up there. Definitely.
If that over comes to an end, 11 runs from it. One of the things that WA that will help them stay in touch is if they are positive, they are looking to push the score forward, and some of that will involve a run that might have an element of risk, but there's less risk if the intent is there to run. At the moment, it feels like the intent is to wait and see, which is okay, perhaps if you're only chasing 60.
Yep.
But when you're chasing 117, you need to be a little bit more positive and maybe throw a little bit of caution into the wind.
Yep. Yeah, I think the key word for me is probably intent. So even when you are hitting that dot, making sure you're yelling loud and looking to see that they don't misfield it. This backing up though, I'm a little bit worried about sitting back here. Good call. Well fielded.
So what should they be doing that they're not, in your view?
So something that we often talk about is 2 steps as the non-striker, but it's not just the 2 steps, but your momentum going towards where you're running.
Yeah.
It's going to take a very impressive keeper to throw down the stumps at the top end from you backing up with that 2-3 steps.
Yeah. So, I mean, the theory being 2-3 steps, still momentum going forward. That gives you enough time to react and get back if you have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just a bit of awareness. I think some of these girls are pretty new to the indoor space, but having 2 fielders on the leg side, we want to get away from them, which McSweeney's done now.
Yeah. Last ball of the over, it will be 3rd ball. The score has to change. fended through the cover region for 2. It was in the air. So an element of risk to that, but in the end it's 2 in the book and 5 runs off that over. This pair on 16. So really well placed to keep Western Australia in the game. 2 positive overs here. You know, to get north of 30, it's got to be somewhere around 35, I think.
Yep.
And it's still game on.
You know, I've liked these two. It hasn't been the cleanest display, but they're scrapping away and finding the nets when they need to and not giving up that easy wicket.
This will be Eloise McKenzie to bowl the 7th over. Edged. Ball safe, a dot ball.
Looks like it may have been a little change up there as well. Well bowled. That brings us to 3rd ball again here.
Yeah, 2 in a row. And Rintoul's had to face both of them. Does well. Crowded there again. McSweeney's on the crowded side of the court. And, I mean, again, for those at home, the rule is if those people are fielding the ball, the batter has to run around them. So it's not... The problem isn't necessarily that she's going to have to try and push her way through. She has to run around them, which obviously, it's a great shot. It gets through to the back net for 4. It obviously increases the time it will take to make good her ground.
Yep, and the fielders had every right in that ball to stand up against the net and effectively block her path. So, change sides here, which is good. And a fantastic shot through to the back net.
Absolutely. That's the intent to score.
Yep.
Single there, 7 runs off the over.
I think also playing within your limitations here. They're bowling well. Down-ups probably aren't classically what they're known for. So if that's driving to the 3 net, that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's a really good over from them.
It is 9 runs from it. They're right in the hunt here. 25 on the board. Another positive over, and WA, as I said earlier, are still in the hunt. It's going to take batting like this for the remaining 9 overs of the game.
I think this is a really big over here.
Kiva Mohan.
Yep. Bowls really good pace. Most of the week has been bowling cross-seam, so I'm intrigued to see what she's doing here. Yep, looks like cross-seam again. Great shot. Oh, no.
Yeah, the non-striker Rintoul going back into her crease. The calling's got to be on the money there to get her going forward.
Yep. I think she's blocked a sneaky 4 as well.
Indeed.
I think she just needs to work this into the net here to try and get McSweeney back on strike. Great shot.
Yeah, has that found the 3 net?
Yep. Really good shot. Maybe this pace on's going to help these two out here. Shot again. Like you said, it's that intent with the bat that she's going hard there. It's going to take a great piece of fielding to be able to stop that. Well respected there. Can handle the dot here with the last couple of shots finding a 3 net. Well bowled.
Well, this is a big moment here. They're going to finish this partnership on 3rd ball. This could be the difference between staying on pace or falling behind it once more. It's driven. It's straight to the fielder. A chance. It needed the direct hit. Difficult to do while you're on the ground. Yep. They get through for the single in 33. So that's pretty much exactly what that pair needed. Really well batted from them. And what's interesting to me is 17 runs to Rintoul, 16 runs to McSweeney. That's a good combination there to get that 33. And they keep Western Australia in the hunt here in the Under-18 Girls Grand Final. Thanks so much for your company right around Australia. I'm Cameron Walter with me, Adelaide Campion, as Steph Potgieter and Kyla Porter take the crease now. They have to replicate that performance from the second partnership. 30-plus is the order of the day. Queensland didn't exactly do a lot wrong there.
No.
That was just well battered from WA.
Yep. They found a way, didn't they? Even that last ball, trying to keep that out, and it's a good piece of fielding, just couldn't hit the stumps. And I think Hanson as well on the back net there, she's trying to do the right thing to back up the three-liner, but she probably needs to stay at the stumps.
Yeah, that's right.
And make a chance of it, and back that her three-liner's going to
get the ball.
That.
Yeah, it's against instinct to stay there. So it does take a long time and a lot of practice to fight that instinct. It's a no ball.
As a receiver myself, it's probably been one of the toughest things that I've learned. But I think you look a lot sillier when you don't back up your three-liner and they've got no one to throw to.
Yeah.
Not that that's a word, sillier.
It is today. Eden Morrison, the bowler, onto an edge. Out of a crease, you'd want to be careful. It's a dot ball. Push through the gap for two.
Wonder if Queensland think about changing the field here with a lot of balls
flat
and through the offside. As much as they're bowling good lines, it looks like a few of them play inside out into that offside net. Well fielded.
Probably the wrong end there. Needed keeper to be the call there. A little flick back and
she's a sharp
would have been in
fielder
trouble.
up the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two to come.
Shot.
Porter opens her account with a single. One ball remains now in the ninth over.
Sometimes the best shots we play only get one.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem fair.
I don't mind the intent to run there, but the communication between the two wasn't that good there. It needed to be immediate eye contact from Potgieter has gone behind. I suppose she did look. It just seemed like there was a long delay in the reaction. And Highway, 7 runs from that opening over. And they're on track for that 30-plus partnership that they need. Talia Hess, the Queensland captain, is going to bowl the 10th over. 7 wickets prior to this match. And again, a little push flat through that offside region.
Yep. Hess has been bowling really well. She bowls these nice in-swingers. So I like the two on the legs for her. She just needs to back herself to hit them in the knee. Oh, bowled.
Like that?
Yep, that's perfect. And that's the one that the batters probably can get through on a sneaky run in the corner. Very well bowled.
Oh, it should be out. Oh.
Great dive.
Absolutely. Look, I think the decision there for Hanson to throw herself at the stumps is the right one, but just undone by a brilliant dive from Porter, I think. If we had a video umpire, I'd just see this delivery, swing and a miss. The bat was upside down, so when it was grounded across the line, it's
a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no way you're going to call something like that out live, but with a video ref, I think you find that might have been out because the bat would go across the line like that and wouldn't actually be grounded until sort of halfway through the shot.
Yeah.
The dive, rather.
That looked like the change up there from Hess just didn't execute it. Which I think we'll talk great piece of fielding. What we're talking about is those right moments of bowling that change up, and I think she probably needs to back in her stock ball against these two batters.
Yeah.
But I do love that they've got that up their sleeve and they're giving it a go.
7 runs off that over as well. This partnership has moved to 14 runs. 7 overs not going to get the job done though. So at the moment, probably the only thing that's undoing him is dot balls. But I don't mind a slow build towards that 30 plus. Soak up a couple of dots, get your eye in, accelerate as the innings progresses. Snyman will bowl now. It will be another dot. And this will be 3rd ball. They have to see this off.
Yeah, big moment.
Boulder on the stumps. There's a wicket that WA can't really afford to lose, and now they are going to have to show some aggression. If they're going to get back up towards that 30 plus. They're back to 9 with 10 balls remaining. So important. This pair gives the last pair an opportunity to win the game, and
and I think they'll be backing that last pair to be able to make a big score, but they need to be in the game.
Yes. And for mine, that means this pair needs to come out on 77 at least. That'll leave the last pair 40-ish to win the game.
Yep.
That's another, 20 runs off the last 9 balls of the partnership. And there's 2 of them.
Probably gotten away with that one as well.
Yep.
Hess gets that clean. That's out. She's rotated the strike, did what she needed to do.
Porter trying to play across the line, wanted to turn that onto the onside, and Snyman does it twice in the over, knocking over the castle of the WA bats, and they are in deep trouble now with 7 balls remaining in the partnership.
It's a huge over here. Absolutely changing the game. And again, with this pair, they need to make sure they don't go start chasing the runs that they've lost.
Yeah, that's a wonderfully bowled over there from Nicolene Snyman. She finishes with figures of 2 for -3, and that the negative over coming at the right time. WA sticking around in the game. That over there has put Queensland in the box seat.
Yep. Just super consistent. Same spot pretty much every ball, asking questions of the batters.
Kiva Mohan will bowl the last over to the partnership. Interesting, the keeper coming out and giving it a little bit of intel to the front court there. Love to know what that was about. Here's Mohan, edged, a dot ball. It's 3rd ball now, and I'm afraid this pair needs to they need to go if they're going to stay in the game. I know we talked about not chasing runs, but at the moment, the last pair doesn't have an opportunity to win.
Yep. No wonder if Mel's sitting there thinking, should have I sent in that last pair earlier, try and get a little bit closer.
Yeah. Another dot ball. That'll be a single backward of square.
Good call.
Oh, it did hit the side net first, I beg your pardon. 2 runs, 2 balls remain.
Well bowled. Really good areas in here and bowling straight to her field with those 2 on the leg. Looks like she's in a little bit of pain after a long week.
Yeah.
Bit of a corky.
Yeah, that hurts. Both the ball and the scoreboard. 1 ball remains in the pair. Pockguider going to get some attention before she faces up to the last one. Just how about the bowling here from Snyman and Mohan? 3 balls were dots in the 11th over, 2 were wickets, 1 scoring shot for 2. This over from Kevin Mohan, 3 dot balls and the 2 scoring shots. That's how you ice a game when you're defending a total like that. Queensland haven't done a lot wrong at all throughout this innings. WA have just been good.
Yep.
But they have to be good the whole time. So Queensland have just been waiting for the opportunity to strike, and strike they have. Taken full control here in it's really been a sort of a 10-ball period.
Yep. And I think that Queensland have been really calm throughout this, of just backing in that process of, all right, we're doing the right things, the wickets will come.
Yeah. Final ball of the partnership.
Good shot to finish.
Yeah. Pockgutter recovers from the corky and grabs 2 and move to 60 runs, leaving the final partnership, 58 to get. That is going to take some doing, but we might see some fireworks in the process. Folks, thanks so much for your company. Right around Australia, you're watching the 2023 Junior Indoor Cricket National Championships Under-18 Girls Grand Final between Queensland and Western Australia. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Adelaide champions Morgan Pyers and Sasha Garrick. Head to the crease now with, almost an impossible task in front of them.
Yep, it's going to be a tough one, but if I was going to pick a batter to do it, Pyers would be up there. She's a classy batter who can drive a big ball, so I'm excited to see how she faces up to this. If
you were out there as Pyers or with her, how would you approach it? It's just all guns blazing? I mean...
No, not necessarily. I think if they're going to bowl short, still take the 2s, but those fuller ones, we want to be pushing for at least 3s.
Yeah.
And if we go guns blazing and we lose a wicket early on, then you're in a bit of strife, aren't you? It's game over 100%. Great shot.
So Hess is the bowler. A dot off the first ball, 2 off the second.
I also think footwork will be really interesting to see if either of these batters use that today. Just trying to create that fuller length. It's well bowled.
Inside the line, fair delivery.
Yep. That nice in swing. As a bowler, I don't think we can bowl too many better bowls than that.
Oh, it's in the air, it falls safe. Lakeside to finish. Oh, excuse me, there's still 2 to come. So 1 more ball.
Yep.
Oh, that's 3. Yeah. Is he giving it 3? It looks like he's signalled 2. That's 3. It should be 3. The 2 fielders have kept it off that side net and then it's rolled to the back net, the back court net, the side net. So should be 3, but it's in the book as 2. 8 runs off the first over, so they'll need 50 from the next 3. 18 balls to get 50 runs.
And it's not like Queensland have a bowler that you can go, all right, I'm going to attack this bowler.
Yeah, that's right.
They're a clinical outfit.
Jasmine Lewis now. Driven.
Shot. Great piece of fielding.
Oh, the desperation there from Hansen. Keeps that to a single. That's unbelievable. I'm glad the camera caught that. That's excellent fielding.
She's got a very nice graze to show for it.
Yep. She actually needs to get that looked at. It's openly bleeding. Yeah, she's signalling she needs to have that taped up. You can't be bleeding at the back 6. So a diving effort, putting the body on the line there. And the most impressive thing to me about that is Queensland have all but got this game stitched up. And a lesser fielder with that much of a buffer probably would have just let that go.
Yep.
Even after the first effort, okay, it's spilled out, maybe it'll be 3. She's dived, taken some skin off the elbow, full stretch into the corner as you see on the replay there, then scampered over to stop the net as well. That is what wins grand finals.
Yep, 110%. She is a quality fielder, and the attitude that she has, and at the end of a week, after a huge week, and they've had players down, they're playing huge amounts of games, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I do also love all the Queensland girls getting around her in those moments.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can definitely see it, and you can see the culture that they've created. Was a lovely shot as well. Unlucky to not hit the back net.
Oh, yeah. That's heartbreaking if you're the bad. Pies hits that. Yes, like beautiful off the bat. Right on the edge of the V. That's 5 all day.
Yeah.
And then stopped. Oh. We're back underway now. It's a no ball. Front foot.
Not sure if I'd be bowling a fuller line to Morgan right now. I think I'd just be trying to bowl a bit shorter, get her off strike.
Oh, who would want to be in the front court at the moment?
That's hit the 3 net as well.
It has.
Very unlucky. The fielders, they did it. There's a lot of desperation there. Run it.
She's got to go, yeah.
Sorry. Got a bit excited there. Thought that was a really good call. Has to get on strike and then get a scoring shot off here. Face the next over. And well done to get a bit of leg on that. That's very well bowled.
Full driven this time to the back for 4. Moved to 81. And 37 needed from 12 deliveries now. So it's still possible. But it's going to take, well, an incredible performance. I think, 15 or so off this over. You never know what can happen in the last. 1 or 2 goes to the back. So they're still in the hunt here.
Take it as deep as possible.
Yep.
Keep giving yourself that chance. I'm intrigued to see as well if Queensland, if they change their plans at all here. They probably haven't been in this position too many times. Oh, don't need to throw that one.
No. Hanson, the bowler, did the fielding as well. It's 2 runs to start to Pyres. No, you got to run.
Yeah.
I know. Look, there are no tomorrows. This is the last one. That would have been a high degree of risk, but you just have to be running.
Yeah, I think if she's absolutely smoked that back to the bowler, a different call, but because there's no pace on it, it's going to have to be a real clean piece of fielding, flick back to the stumps.
Got to go.
Run that.
Yep.
Running. I think Garrick just needs to look more so to hit the side nets and just rotate that strike.
Yeah.
I know personally I'm not a back net hitter, so if I'm out there with a Morgan, my job's to get her on strike.
Leg side.
It's a tactical leg side there.
I'll probably bowl 2 more of those. Now, if that ball left the court off the bowler, my understanding of the rule is that shouldn't count. It's only if it leaves the court off the fielder.
Yep. We had that happen in our grand final, and I still don't know the rule, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, 7.
It's huge.
It is. 1 ball to come in the over. They're staying alive. WA.
And I love the look on Morgan's face. It has not changed. She is there, ready to go.
Got to go.
Yeah.
That was the final ball of the over. Just see what it goes down in the book. Was that a single? Was it 2? It is a single. So 13 runs off the penultimate over of the match. This partnership have moved to 34. And what do they need? 24 runs off 6 deliveries. So now it's time for all guns blazing.
Yep. Got Kiana Dunn, who's a younger player who's had a fantastic week again. So we'll see how she handles the pressure in this moment.
Just see that Morgan Pies went down to take strike. I think they were going to see what they could get away with there, but no.
I feel like that's a Mel Jex move from the sideline there.
He is done. The final over the match. Oh, starts with a no ball. They'll have it again. It's only 22 now off 6 balls.
So looking to come around the wicket now.
Up at full safe. 20 from 5 required.
And back over the wicket. She needs to stay out of Morgan's arc here.
Oh, each side, it's 18 from 5. Keeping it interesting, folks.
Yep. I like the Queensland girls coming up to her, just having a little chat.
B2, so 16 from 4.
Better area, but it was there to hit. Morgan won't be. She'll be happy with the 2, but would have liked to have hit the back net.
Oh, you got to run. Through for a single.
Well done.
So 15 now from 3. Back net required off every ball.
First swapping over, changing sides of the wicket. She needs to make sure she keeps her umpire, which she's doing a good job of.
Definitely.
Easy to forget in a pressure moment.
Absolutely. It's driven. It's straight to Hansen. He throws down the stumps. It's out. Garrick wandering out of the crease, and that will seal the deal for Queensland. They've held their nerve. As WA were looking for a miracle there. Smart cricket there from Hansen too. Stood at the stumps. Garrick had a second look at a run and whips the bails off.
Yeah, you can't fault her too much there. Just trying to look to create that run, but well done by Hansen.
Oh, there's 7.
It's a great shot.
It is. Unfortunately for WA, it's too little, too late. It gets into 105 with 1 ball remaining now in the under-18 girls grand final.
Just got to stay behind that line.
It's 2 runs, and that will do it. Queensland have taken out the title for 2023, have won by 10 runs. An admirable effort there at the end from Western Australia, but Queensland just too good, Addie.
Yep, they have been the strongest side all week. They're a clinical side and held their nerve in the right moments. Really valiant effort from WA, but just couldn't get there, and you can't fault them for trying. I mean, that last pair hitting 47, that's huge.
It sure is. So our congratulations to Queensland, commiserations to Western Australia. We know they will be back. It was a wonderful game. Stick around on the stream. We will be presenting the Shield and the player of the final. And don't go anywhere. Coming up in around about 40 minutes' time, the final game of the tournament, the under-18 boys. Again, it's Queensland and Western Australia. But until then, for Sportscast Australia, for Cricket Australia, for Adelaide Campion and for Alex Floros, I'm Cameron Walter. Thanks for watching.
What a fantastic tournament WA enjoyed. Couldn't quite get across the line today, but gee, that was a gutsy run chase. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for you 2023 runners-up, Western Australia. player of the grand final. From Queensland, Nicolene Snyman. And as they are presented with their medals by the Australian men's player Matt Florence, let me introduce to you the 2023 Under-18 Girls Champions, Queensland.